and he was apologizing to his men. That's the only thing that you should have done. You shouldn't have discussed nothing else. If you're going to go public, just acknowledge your sin. That's it. So I'll give you credit for that. Read it again.
Reproach not a man that turneth from sin.
Because a lot of other videos came up that was reproach. Reproach means hate. A lot of hateful videos went up behind him. Read on.
But remember that we are all worthy of punishment.
Remember, all of us are worthy of punishment. This guy is getting aired out. And at least he came on camera, and it sounded like from what I was seeing, he's acknowledging, and he was showing remorse for what he did. Okay? A lot of y'all reproached him, and y'all are some wicked niggas, man. Y'all evil. I expect GMS to do it, because GMS always does that. GMS always call for everybody's downfall. And I told y'all stop following them. Those are not leaders. Those are evil men that have been attacking us from day one, wishing death on us and wishing bad on us. And we do the opposite. Christ said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But when you see a man coming on screen and he's at least, y'all see him showing remorse, okay? Y'all need to reach out to him, not talk about him. Okay, and a lot of y'all is evil. A lot of y'all men that was around him, that was talking about brotherhood and how long y'all know him, y'all full of shit. And we don't believe.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto his like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. Obviously, if those don't know what he's talking about the Alizé, Mr. Peg Bundy himself, and he has a different reproach of how to address the situation that took place. Now, I saw Apostle Tahar's video. This is from the brother North Carolina. Oh, sorry, South Carolina. Elder Bro Manata Zakba. It's from his channel. I didn't even get to see him his 2 cents, and I just wanted to jump into this. And I saw Apostle Tahar's video. Apostle Tahar coined it correctly. And we all know, if you don't know, now you know type situation. But this is a hypocritical. These niggas are hypocrites, man. Straight up and down. You can't get around that shit. Talking about, they do the complete opposite. They're about bringing everybody. They're full of shit. All right, they full of shit, and he knows it. And we in the time that the Lord is exposing these niggas for who they are. All right. Now, all these other camps could sit there and say, "Oh, GMS hasn't grown," and blah 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 blah, all this other shit, because they don't have the numbers like they do. But look, Sakari, when he did his Sakari, Alizé, who was the leader of Sakari, Sakari was a name for ancient assassins back in the time of when the Lord was in the scene. So there was no, and the Sakari means dagaments. So just that name alone, once again, Omen, which is named the prediction, because names mean something, they consider themselves they dagaments. And if you want to modernize the name of the Sakari, if you put him today, they're nothing but fucking thug ass niggas. Street niggas. Niggas with scriptures. That's niggas with fringes in their clothes and so forth. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. But there was a video of a individual who seemed like he got stopped by the cops, pulled over. He's outside his vehicle. But what was so significant about this individual? This motherfucker has fringes on his shirt. So right there it tells you he's an Israelite, right? So why that guy that supposed to be holier than thou type situation argues with the cops? And when he argued with the cops, what does he do? He get his ass beat. And like Jake has attention span of children. Jake just want to be. They just want to be a part of something. And so, for them to be a part of something, they got to give. They have to look a certain way. You know, some might act a certain way, but they're not really fully in it. Now, for Deacon ASAP over here, and the reason I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see the video. I didn't watch the whole thing. I know what the brother's gonna go to. I'm gonna put my 2 cents. The reason why he's so kind of defensive of Sakari, because these two groups had like a mutual agreement of some sort. So he gotta fan the fire, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So instead of him doing what everybody else is supposed to be doing, and this is the truth, all right. Instead of him being a high level individual in Israel that's supposed to tell him what it is, he's trying to sugarcoat it. Now the scripture says, you know what? I'm gonna get that one first. These guys are full of shit, yo. Straight up and down. Not that one. Oh, he's talking about reproach and all that stuff. But here's a combat to that. It says this, and all this shit talking that he's saying, GMS has been the head of saying all these things. And guess what? According to the scripture, what? It says, Proverbs 27:5, open rebuke is better than secret love. So, let's go. It says, an open rebuke is better than hidden love. Let's go into the word, rebuke, which we all should know what rebuke means. The Hebrew word is tawabkha. Rebuke, correction. So open correction is better than what? Secret love, reproof, punishment, chastisement, argument, reproof, argument, impeachment, reprove, chiding, correction. So from the apostles on down, been rebuking this imbecile for over 10 years. And it's how to show you how low level of a spiritual being Deacon ASAP is. You don't know when the Lord is judging an individual. And well, it says this is going to happen. Micah 3. What, you know what? It says it right here, right? Micah 3:1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? So the $1 million question to Deacon ASAP, is it not you to know judgment? Should you not know what's happening? Should you not understand what's being done? If the Lord is judging someone, you're not supposed to be in that person's. You're not supposed to come in between. There's a story. I forget which king it is. I think it's Yeah, honestly, I do forget which king it is, but I could tell you the story. It was a king of I believe it was Judah, and I remember the Egyptian king was Achor or something like that. And he went to war. The Egyptian king went to war with Moab, if I'm not mistaken. And instead of the king of Judah, I believe it was the king of Judah, to mind his business, he decided to get into the war to come against the Egyptian king. And the Egyptian king said, look, I have nothing to do with you. It's the it's the Lord that told me to do this. It's the Lord that, gave me the rights to do. So what ended up happening to that particular king, he ended up dying. Because why? He interfered in what the Lord was about is judging. The Lord used one party to destroy another party. That's the Lord. So nobody can really say, oh, it's GMS fault, or Great Millstone that did this and that. No, 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 no. It was within his own organization, which tells us what? It was not just an inside job. This is the Most High showing that house of cards that they established, that they got so much money from, all right, jealousy, envy. That's judgment of the Lord. And people forget how the Lord operates. All right, another story. It's all scriptures. I can't remember where in particular it was. When I believe it's 2 Kings 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, when the Assyrians was coming down, not before, after Elijah. No, it was not. No, it was Jehoshaphat. Now that's coming to me now. And they were surrounded. I forgot which nation they were surrounded by, but there was a great fear. So Jehoshaphat cried unto the Lord, because it was surrounded. They were surrounded by the enemy. There was like a 3-1 situation. So the Lord, so Jehoshaphat, all the heads of Judah at the time, prayed to the Lord. They cried out to the Lord, and the Lord said, you know what? Not you know what, but he said he's about to do a miracle. I believe it was it was a good amount of Assyrians who died that day. But it was that's what I remember now. It was Edomites, Moabites, and somebody else. And they end up killing each other. They all end up killing each other. So the Lord was showing that he's with his people at all times. All right. Now I kind of forgot why I was coming with that story for. So the judgment of the Lord is beautiful. All right. These people are supposed to be the heads of Israel that should know better. The Lord is tearing somebody down. He can tear somebody down from the inside out. However the Lord does his thing, he does it. Okay? It says, who hate the good and love the evil. And that's self-explanatory. See, they'll come after GMS, all right? Great Millstone, and that evil. The evil man, he heard it out of his own fucking mouth, right? The evil man. I told you not to watch those guys. But explain what evil we saying. What, to tell you that the MOTB is the RFID microchip? That's evil? Oh, the whole grape thing. Watch the House of David. That's all I gotta say. For all you sensitive ass Israelites out there, watch the House of David. Watch the House of David. Okay? A great series. Highly recommend. But watch the House of if you got a problem with the grape thing, watch that. So what is it that you hate about Great Millstone? That we get on people? There's scriptures, I just read it. Scripture says, open rebuke is better than secret love. We don't love you secretly. We're gonna correct you. Because this is a matter of life and death. Souls are going to get destroyed by this. All right? By what? The judgment that's about to come. He said, who pluck off the skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones, which is talking about the new people that come in. They tear you apart. They utilize your ignorance of not knowing for their own benefit. This is why there's a campaign with all these other Israelite camps. You gotta wear a T-shirt with fringes on. You gotta, do this and that because they want to make money, like the scripture said, make merchants off of you. All right, but that's the point over here. I don't want to make this too long. It says, 1 Timothy 5:20, kind of to the point. It says, them that sin rebuke before all. So when somebody does go off, and if it's a sin worthy unto death, you got to correct them before all. Well, who was mentioning it? The book of Acts, the 5th chapter, when Sapphira and Ananias lied before Peter. When all that transition that happens, when they gave up the ghost, so to speak, like this verse saying, when they died right before, what was the next? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. What was the very next thing that the scripture says that happened, which was a key? Acts 5, I believe it's 7. No, let me go on. I just want to get to the point. There it is, 11. 5:11. It says, and a great fear came upon all the church and upon as many as heard these things. Because why? They saw two people that came up claiming to be doing right, lied to the Spirit. And when they lied to the Spirit, the Lord required their spirits. Okay? So when the Lord do certain things, it's what? It's to bring fear, a healthy fear. Why? So the people can get right. And what's happened to this guy is judgment. All right? Is straight up judgment. So that's why the scripture says, going back to this, 1 Timothy 5:20, them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may what? Fear. All right? So this is not a thing of just getting on somebody just to get on them because we don't like them. It's the fear, to bring fear. Because a lot of you different groups, y'all talk a lot of shit. Y'all not doing it right by Yahweh Shem Shai. The scripture tells you what? The things that you do in the darkness. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Luke 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever you have spoken in the darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which you have spoken in the air of the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetop. So secrets are being revealed. Things are coming out. Oh, he should have done that. He should. If you guys are so spiritual, you should would not know that. That was, despite he cried and saying all this and that, that was the Spirit of the Lord that made him do that. All right? To show the world. But here we have men that's supposed to be on a level, supposedly, that can't even understand proper judgment right before their eyes. I definitely got to go back to Micah because it tells us back in let me finish this off. 1 Timothy 1:21 now. I charge thee before the Most High and the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach and the elect angels that observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing but partially. Lay hands suddenly on no man, neither be a partaker of the other man's sins. Keep thyself pure. So don't give no man no credit. Don't do none of that. All right? Because look, he was a up and comer motherfucker, and now you want to congratulate him. Look what happened. Look what the Lord revealed. So that in itself shows you these other camps don't understand judgment. They don't understand judgment. They don't know how to read. They do not know how to read between the lines. What the Lord is stating. What the Lord is stating right now, Sakari and others like him, the Lord's not dealing with them. Okay? Straight up and down. So we can finish this off in here. Micah. I'm sorry. 3. Micah 3 and I went to the point. 7. Then shall the seers be ashamed and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall cover their lips and there's no answer because it's going to tell you. Well, matter of fact, I'm supposed to go up. 5. Thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err and bite with their teeth and cry peace. So and cry peace, and he hath put not into their mouth. They even prepare war against him. Against whom? Against them that they hate, they rebuke at the gate. Which is who? Great millstone. All right, they hate great millstone. They hate everything. So they prepare to go war. And they're not justify what things that they've been saying or the things that they've been doing. Trying to get brothers locked up, calling brothers from the apostles on down grapers. Apostle Paul was basically saying that they would, he was bringing out his government. He was saying that the men on the top of GMS was getting 6-year-olds, all sort of lies and madness. So the Lord's about to destroy you. All right. Oh, you can't hate your brother. They're not our brothers. All right, they're not our brothers. It says, therefore, night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. So they're not going to be able to understand, to see clearly, and they clearly can see right now. All these other camps, the Lord their sun has been gone down. Then shall the seers be ashamed. Yeah, when the MOTB comes to play, and it is made mandatory, they're going to be ashamed. All right? They come up with every other excuse in the books. And it has nothing to do with what the scriptures says. So they should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not. And the diviners confounded, yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of Yahweh. Because the Lord's not dealing with them. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not dealing with IUIC, IUSPK, Sakari, GOCC. All right? He's not dealing with them. The heads that should be known better. When the man says, going to Alizé, people are just mad and jealous because they made $100,000 in a week. You got to question yourself. Is this thing about profit, or is this thing about the end of this whole society? So these men, they're not serious. So the Lord's about taking the spirit on whatever knowledge that he had, and he's putting it in front of you, like, this is not mine. The act that he's being accused of, that is the most vilest, abominable shit that can possibly happen. No man in a right mind should be given no excuses for that shit. That's why the Lord is not dealing with them. They don't know the judgment of the Lord. It says, but truly I am full of power by the Spirit of Yahweh. And that's talking about who? Us, through the Spirit. All right? They go out there preaching the highways and the byways. That's why we can judge. That's why we can put things on blast, because brothers are not doing shit like that. You know? Brothers not doing things like that. So it says, and of judgment and of the might to declare unto Jacob his transgressions, and to Israel his sins. This is not a light thing. Yeah, you go out there, the scriptures cry aloud, spare not. Cry aloud, spare not. Matter of fact, we get it, because I can't think of it right now. I don't know why. Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, cry aloud, cry aloud, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. So that part alone, you all know you got to go out there and tell Israel, people that you don't know physically, and call out the wickedness that's going on. Cut the elect in the heart so they could change their ways. But you acting like you're not supposed to say anything. So you can't kick a man when he's down. Hold up. Does the scriptures tell you that? Or do the scriptures tell you what it says, show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins? So you have great prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Nahum, Habakkuk. One person I'm going to stick to, Jeremiah. Jeremiah told Israel all their sins. The things that they was doing, going off on. All the prophets did, but you think that they loved him for that? No, they wanted to kill him for that. So so doing what we do, we know we're in an occupation that deals with hatred. Because why? We coming to correct someone from going off. So when somebody goes off, our job is to correct it. And before it gets that terrible bad, we're supposed to rebuke them. That's a form of correction. But now these guys want to cry foul, showing that the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with them. That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to judge 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the heads, all right, the leadership. Throughout all the scriptures, the focal point was really on the leadership. You're given the ability to lead, for people to follow you. You need to know right from wrong. The scriptures tells you if the leader or the whatever, get it, read it. Sirach. What the hell did that for? Sirach 10:4. No, I'm sorry. 10:1. A wise judge would instruct his people. So you go out there. Hold on. You go out there, you're supposed to instruct the people, right? But what if you instructing the people, but you yourself is not doing what you're telling the people to do? That is a form of hypocrisy. And that goes a long way in Israel. Those that know that they're Israelites. That's why the judgment is going to come so hard on Israel. Here it is, 2025. You got Israelites believing that they're just going to walk into the kingdom and nothing bad is going to happen to them. We telling you Jacob's trouble is going to happen. That's the Lord's form of way of saying, like, look. And they tell you in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, you should not leave unpunished. You should not go all the way unpunished. All right? But it says, and the government of the people of a prudent man is well ordered, as the judge of the people is himself, so as his officers, what manner of man that ruleth the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So the Lord is looking at the leaderships If the leader's off, the whole congregation is off. If the we're going back to this. Micah 3:9. I said, hear this, I pray you, ye has the house of Jacob, the princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. So abhor meaning what? It doesn't mean to hate. It means what? To put aside. It says to be abominable. So you see something abominable, instead of you judging it, you let it slide. And that's what's happened. It says they built up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward. That's why you have to buy packages to be a Hebrew Israelite. Marriage counsel. Same individual is giving marriage counsel. Guess what? Guess what he's doing? He's doing the complete opposite of the counsels that he's supposed to be given. And he's charging people. How about that? It says, and the priests thereof teach for hire. So you got to hire these individuals. It says the prophets thereof divine for money, yet would they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord amongst us? None evil shall come upon us. Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed. So it's all about the focal point is the leadership of these different camps. All right. So because of your F up, this is what's going to happen to the rest of the people that follow you. And Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house of the high places of forest. In other words, Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you will be judged. You will be destroyed because of your following these false leaders. Thus saying the scriptures. So all this shit that this guy's coming out his fucking lying ass mouth saying, he's heavily responsible for what's happening. All right, he's guilty, and he just want to protect one of his own because they got some sort of business together. All right, they all full of shit. So with that being said, shalom to the elect in the nations, and shalom.